So if you're looking to pad your line with some more BC, you won't want to miss it. Until then, follow us on social for more 2KTV. We're at NBA 2K underscore 2KTV and enjoy the game.
The streets of Denver are filled with excitement tonight as we get. Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Murray and Walker manning the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Thaddeus Young, and it's Hurdle in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Nuggets, Murray and Barton the guards. Nikola Jokic is out there with Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Porter in at the three, small forward. And as award voting is wrapping up, Clark, if you look at the MVP award, we see legends like Shaq and Kobe who only won it once or twice. You think we should Spurs with some changes? Here's Mr. Clutch. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Collins, no good.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish it. He knows it. Lone opportunity.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Spurs leading by 4. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And Nikola Jokic at times seems like an offense unto himself. He credits his team.
It's easy for me, actually. I mean, I have such a great teammate. I mean, it's easy, really easy.
Grant, the pieces really do fit well around him.
They really do, BA. I mean, the Nuggets have shined when it comes to talent evaluation. As a star player, having those others to help you win is vital.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. We've got Zach Collins, Doug McDermott out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Mr. Clutch in at the one. That one a little long.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Morris. Cranked it in off the glass. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
San Antonio leading. Here's Mr. Clutch. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Right wing. Clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Offensive rebound. Here's Samanic. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Inside. It's stolen by Green. Now Murray. Morris outside. Down low. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifted, especially in a close contest where one or two possessions can impact the outcome.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And another area where they've been on point is defending the rim. A lot of blocks through the first 2 quarters.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, how do I put this? Nikola Jokic, not the most chiseled physique. He said when he first made the NBA, there were no muscles. None. Now I have a couple, he said. To be honest, I like being a little bit heavier because guys are pushing me. I need that weight. It's funny they say, well, he's not even in shape. I'm playing 80 games, and they still say it. Ryan?
Joker indeed, Allie. Thanks for that. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
And you know what, guys, if for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Mr. Clutch. clock. Will it go? And it's Denver with a rebound. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they faced the Spurs.
They were out hustled on the boards the last time these teams met.
Yeah, they turned attack and rebounding differential. They got to focus and make it a team effort to really pound the glass.
That one misses.
At the line for your Nuggets, Monte Morris. At the line for two.
And the second free throw is good. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Mr. Clutch. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 4-3. He buries it from 3.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Outside, Green. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Pass to Mr. Clutch. The 3 ball. Here's Collins. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Here's Morris. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 3rd assist of the night.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Misses the 3.
They just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
San Antonio's gone only 1 of 5 from beyond the 3-point line in the second quarter. Pass to Vassell. To shoot. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Morris. Here's Samanic. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Morris. Defense right on it. Here's Murray. No good that time. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Next up, they'll face the Timberwolves in Minnesota. That'll wrap up this short 2-game road trip. Here's Mr. Clutch. Green covering. It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Pinson. First half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Spurs. They lead by a bucket. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Now you look at Keldon Johnson. He's really for Denver. Morris comes in for Barton. And Campazzo subbed in for Murray.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And so they'll chalk up another win and put themselves at 31 wins on the year.
And this will be a fitting end to a matchup they've dominated all season. This is a very comfortable opponent for them. This win will make them a perfect 4-0 against Denver.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for DeJounte Murray.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
They've got Monte Morris, Bojan Bogdanovic out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Facu Campazzo And it's Jokic in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Samanic. 16 seconds left in the game. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Launches a three. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Here's Campazzo. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismissed.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Ali LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA. Brought
Happy Halloween! In NBA 2K22, we have countless ways you can hunt the hardwood. Let's start aboard the Concha Del Mar. This weekend at Ghostly Gallows, earn double XP for all games played on decks 15 and 16. And we've pulled out all the Halloween decorations to get you in the spirit. Next weekend, challenge NBA players from both past and present as you try...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the Alexander Donovan.
Kevin, thank you very much. We all know Anthony Edwards when we first opened.
Good point. No pressure, DA. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. Murray and Walker are the guards. Young out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. And for Minnesota, the backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Prince out there with Towns. And it's Okogie in at the 3. And Doris, we saw with the bubble how jarring a long break can be before the playoffs.
Well, we certainly.
Into the line
Group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Vanderbilt comes in for Torian Prince. McDaniels, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Edwards. And Beverly kicks to Reid. Deep 2 from Russell. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
But I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Stolen by Beverly. Russell high post. Finished off the break. And now just a 3-point Spurs lead.
2 minutes
One
remaining.
easy looks. How the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Reid the pass to Russell. 1:52 left in the first quarter. And they double up Russell. Pass to Vanderbilt to the left side wing. Pocket 6. Deep 2 from Beverly. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. Taken away. There's Mr. Clutch. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Russell with it. Inside. Reed gets the bucket.
That's their third straight make off of the six.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And here's Russell. 5 points in the game. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Russell's got 8. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. In the corner, Collins with it. Pass to Vassell. Here's Mr. Clutch. For 3. Reed with the rebound. And here's Beverly, who brings it up for Minnesota. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, that was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but the inconsistencies caught up to them in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
Now Beverly. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's a perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Minnesota on top, up 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They got McDaniels. Russell is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Naz Reed. And it's Vanderbilt in at the power forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. There's McDaniels. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
You know, there's a balance between that aggression and overdoing it. You can't reach in. These are things officials are looking to call.
Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. Russell. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
Traps in the tray.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
And there's the pass to Vanderbilt. Now here's Beverly. He started closer. The shot's good from Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's got his first bucket of the night.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys. And it's paid off.
And with the length Vanderbilt has, Doris, he can be a handful. Very impactful.
Yeah, he can. That wingspan, power forward frame, he's got the opportunities now to let that work pay off. This guy is fearless on the floor.
There's Mr. Clutch. He's got 6.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Beverly with the pass to McDaniels. To the middle. Here's Reed. Lays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Samanich. No points in the game yet for him. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. No good for Mr. Clutch.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Number 2 around 3 minutes gone by.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Collins. Spurs passing it around. Here's Robbins. Again, but this one the Spurs.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Vassell. Misses and the dry spell continues. Timberwolves leading by 12. Beverly wide open. And it's good off the back rim and in. Beverly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. It wasn't too long ago, Doris, that people referred to the NBA as a point guard league. And so it's Minnesota enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this team becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some time that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports Group, thanking you for tuning in.
About to run to Walmart to get the stuff so I can make chili.
Crazy.
The ones that hate me the most are just like me. You tell me what that means. Make a slick comment and see what that brings. I seen it go down, we can reenact things. Extreme like DMXing. These boys and they people in the city see the movement occurring and say, my God, I wanna be in that scene. Ray wanna be in this scene. She had the video trying to be in this scene. Used to fantasize about being in this scene. Bluegrass girl, but she got big dreams. Can't touch me, I got instinct.
Moving on to the city where fall is the best time to ball. This weekend, put the fear in your opponents with your 4-point range at Ruffles Ridge. And check out the long night to earn double XP, trick or treat, and more. Next weekend, Court Conqueror is back. So form a trio and compete. That's it for me. Now go get your Halloween costume and I'll meet you on the courts.
Cars whizzing by on the Friendship Torch on a gorgeous night in the Allen. And with tip-off coming right up, we've got just enough time to hear from the sideline. Allie.
Thanks, BA. Well, Warriors coach.
Well, it shows, Allie. Thanks. All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. The core of the dynasty all out there. Splash Brothers in the backcourt with Draymond at 4. Kuminga's out there with Wiseman. And for the Spurs, and Chris.
Substitution for the
We're
Warriors.
just trying to hold on at this point.
Yeah, I would just tell him, BA, first of all, stay off your feet as much as possible. You have the license and the freedom to watch the green light, to watch as many movies, read as many dinners, hang out with as many friends as you like, but keep your legs up on the couch. Conserve energy, and give your mom and your dad a call too. No shout out. Don't forget about them. I usually give you some energy.
To the inside, here's Collins. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Remarkable concentration. It's hard trying to knock Collins off his game. He's looking to score.
It's Poole on the wing, uncovered. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Collins. Pass to Forbes. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Poole. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Bielitsa, that's good. And that ties it up.
Such a savvy player. I mean, in transition, Bielitsa has a keen sense for where he should run to.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Here's Forbes. He's covered by Curry. Here's Mr. Clutch. Sinks the tray. And the Spurs lead by 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Bielitsa, the pass to Poole. Here's Moody. Now here's Curry. He has 7. And here's Porter outside. Kept alive. The shot by Bielitsa, no good.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Pass to Samanic. Here's Mr. Clutch. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Doesn't go that time. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Now here's Collins. Bielitsa defending. Out to the right wing. Oh, got a piece of it. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Appreciate the effort, but making his presence felt defensively.
Here's Samanic. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs out in front, up 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
It's a gambling style that pays off, keeping things in disarray for that offense.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. The Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson, the guards. Otto Porter is out there with Moody, and it's Bielitsa in at the center position.
Yeah, the casual fans know Curry. It's just a great offensive threat. I mean, he's much more than that. Very close to a complete player on the floor.
6 on the shot clock. Poole for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Poole's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Well, I'm thinking of the rest of Curry's game. Chris, he doesn't have any weak spots.
His defense has improved, and he's a good help defender. Plus a rebounder on offense. He has great vision. One of the most unselfish players in that.
Mr. Clutch can't hit. The Warriors shooting the rock well at 46%. Shot blocked.
He's good at leaping up to block. Meaning vertical leap helps him big time in the defensive game.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And that one's good. Poole. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Forbes. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Poole. Here's Samanich. Misses off the left iron.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Outside Curry. Here's Moody. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got assist number 7 tonight.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Mr. Clutch. They need this. Hauled in by Curry.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Bielitsa. Blocked! And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Moody. Poole outside from behind the arc. And he can't get that one. San Antonio goes the other way with it. Victory eluded them last time in San Francisco. They faced the Warriors.
And last time against this team, they struggled with foul trouble. It led to an ugly loss.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time in the bench. They'll be more careful.
McDermott. Through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Warriors ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could. So we've seen the Spurs taking a W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Grant Hill, and Ali LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. See tonight's game on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Fly. Maybe I'm underrated. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm legendary. If only it. Running my block, #1 draft pick. They watching me shooting my shots. You witnessing thug passion. You think I just ran in the pot? I do this for me. I do this for you and every other kid on the block. The ones who got dreams, till everyone is filled, they never stop. I want you to win. We never gonna lose. We never gonna fall, but we only get stronger than Nevy's gonna hold. Even in the rain, carrying lows. Positivity till it turning to blows. I am one with my destiny. I give you my all, the best of me. And I can't die, so tell my ops, let's play the best of 3. And I'm on my chef career. Smell it from.
Happy Halloween and welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV. One game day is in the books and we have our first 16 contenders for the My Team Unlimited Tournament. If you did make it this time, you'll have another chance coming up on November 27th. One familiar face did make it through, and that's Ty Diva, the reigning champ, and we caught up with him last week to see how he plans to repeat that victory.
A lot of short dressers coming off that Spurs bust as they arrived at the arena, pumped up and primed for action. Before we get...
Thank you, Kevin. Drawing foul.
Interesting, DA, thank you. And two conference rivals squaring off tonight, Steve. This has the feel of a playoff game.
Kevin, these teams have had their battles in the past. It's always fun to see them match up.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Murray and Walker are the guards. Young is out there with Keldon Johnson, and it's Eubanks in at the center position. And for the Mavericks. And the post players for him, Kleba and Porzingis. Doncic out there.
Into the lineup.
Looking for a different look here. Brown is checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleba. David Nwaba is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Burke. And it's tied up with that one. There's Mr. Clutch. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the big news for MP, he has struck a shoe deal. GA, you knew it was just a matter of time for the rising star.
Well, he certainly picked a prestigious brand. Signing with Jordan is probably a dream come true for a young guy like MP.
The first one falls. Both free throws good for Mr. Clutch.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Doncic. Gets himself open and drills it. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And that's the way to close. Once Doncic has this type of look, game over.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Guarded by Doncic. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Collins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Forbes. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
1:30 left in the first quarter. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Fires it up. San Antonio again missing. Nwaba with it. He's picked up by Collins. Brunson the pass to Doncic. Here's Nwaba. On kicks to Finney-Smith. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Nwaba defending. For 3, Forbes. The offensive rebound. Collins, good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Warriors. To the paint, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Slammed down by Doncic, a monster in the backcourt at 6'7".
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires the 3. Another 3 that time. A beautiful shot from Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 5 points so far. And Doncic gets it to go.
A great disruptor of the basketball. Luka taking matters into his own hands tonight. Great to see him play like this.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And we've got more NBA action. And big man Kristaps Porzingis not resting on his laurels.
Just getting in that weight room and living in there, basically. Doing what I need to do, and then I'm going to be supposed to do.
And at 7'3", and with a few injuries over the last couple of years, Greg, that lower body strength work, so important for KP.
Absolutely. I mean, his skill is tremendous for a player his size, but keeping his body strong is going to be critical.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They didn't need any time to warm up from long range today. Their three-point shooting has been terrific in the first half.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
In a moment now, to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Mr. Clutch, and it's Zamanic in at the center, locking down the middle. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kristaps Porzingis is returning to form after his knee surgery. He says making sure it's strong and stable is nonstop work. I'm feeling better, and I have confidence that I can go out there and play freely. His offense has been great. It's the defensive end that he's still getting right. Guys?
Well, we know he can be a presence, DA, and I think eventually he's going to be what he wants to be. Thank you. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Vassell. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got his sixth rebound on the night. Snap back shot, and it's Dallas with another.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mr. Clutch, the pass to Simon. And that one hits back iron.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
Johnson with a clean look. Another three for Dallas.
They need a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Drummond. Again, but this one the Spurs.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Brunson makes it off the glass. And it's an 11-point Dallas lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact.
So it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. Into the line for Dallas. On comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke. And some changes here for the Spurs. It's good.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Moses Brown. And it's Porzingis in at the power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Dallas.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And really, after losing all 3 games to this point in the matchup, guys, they have to be happy to get a win here.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Terry dishes to Cauley Stein. And here's Bullock from the arc. Here's Powell, banked in off the glass.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Outside Collins. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Out to the right wing. Here's Robbins. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Terry the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Terry. Kicks to Bullock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And it's just competing. Giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Here's Mr. Clutch. With the shot. Misses. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan.
It's that time of year again, my friends. My favorite time of the year. The NBA playoffs. Who wants the smoke? This is where legends are made. LeBron King James, Kobe Mamba Bryant, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Larry Legend Bird.
Told them that I would be classic. From all of my classes, passed them over the masses. Don't know what my mask is. I'm out here in traffic with my game face on. Cause I've been dedicated. They want dead to me, but that ain't my inner matrix. Similar places. Double R, 70-inch interfaces. And they faces. Twin Mercedes and they heartbeat light. I show them the aces. No need for the brakes. We tying them laces. That's on an everyday basis. I don't need cases. I'm talking Jada and Maces. Ski masks on, blur the faces. Nike replacements, burning aces. Water new rolling, I'm changing faces. Give me my flies while I'm here. I won't let them. I'm changing faces. Give me a second, I'll reappear. Let me show you something. In the summertime, make the drop top disappear. See, in the crop top, when the block hot, tell her come here. Telekinesis. Everything I own, we don't do leases. I'm gonna win, like a crushed nylon Nike fleeces. I gotta win. That means ripping competition to pieces. I never die. That mean I would never know what deceased is. Immortal.
I got a lot of people asking me what I think about MP not winning the MVP. And my feeling is, of course he did. He was never a serious candidate in my eyes. The media just loves talking about him because he's a celebrity. He brings in viewers. I mean, of course MP didn't win Rookie of the Year.
I told them that I would be classic. From all of my classes, passed them over the masses. Don't know what my mask is. I'm out here in traffic with my game face on. Cause I've been dedicated. They want dead to me, but that ain't my inner matrix. Similar places. Double R, 70-inch interfaces. And they faces. Twin Mercedes and they heartbeat.
Dude is good, yo. It's your boy Ty.
Ty, congratulations is in order because you qualified for game day 1 for the My Team Unlimited tournament on Current Gen. Welcome back to 2K TV.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I qualified and I appreciate it.
How'd you feel on game day?
And this year it's a little more pressure because you got both next gen, new gen, and current gen. So this game day 1 felt a little bit different than past years because you want to definitely qualify week 1. So I was excited to get to play.
So
Starting lineups just announced. We're just about set for basketball. We'll be back in a moment. And welcome everyone to the NBA on 2K. Allie,
Thanks so much, DA.
an old school approach, Allie. Thanks. A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Cunningham and Bay, the wing pair. Then it's Isaiah Stewart. Then there's Saban Lee. And for the Bucks, Middleton is the 3 with Giannis in at 4. Holiday and DiVincenzo met.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons. At the line for Milwaukee, Dante DiVincenzo. Shooting 1.
DiVincenzo, I think, is starting to take a lot of pride in the fact that he could do a lot of little things for the basketball team that add up. He scores, he gets some rebounds, and gets some assists. He's a weapon.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Canner. Outside, DiVincenzo. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Count that bucket.
The D can't let Giannis get that deep and establish that kind of position and think that he's going to miss something that close.
Bay outside. Back to Lee. Here's Mr. Clutch. Can they get it? Again, the miss by the Pistons. Milwaukee's gone only 2 of 6 from the three-point line in this first quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. No good on the shot. Now the Pistons take it the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
A divisional battle. Tonight, the first installment of 4 games between these teams. A chance to establish pecking order.
Milwaukee in the lead. And Giannis with the dunk.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Shot clock at 6. Buries it from 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Milwaukee with the ball. Middleton outside to the middle. Nice shot by DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo's got 7 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Lets it go from deep. And it's Canner with a rebound. Canner's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's DiVincenzo. And Pay pulls it down.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Lee. 6 to shoot. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Different look for Milwaukee. Whiteside comes in for Canner. And it's House in for DiVincenzo. Here's Milwaukee. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's House. Driving to the basket. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in. As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards. Whiteside, a second-round pick in 2010, and it's taken him a while to get the footing here after stops in China, Lebanon, and some time in the G League.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
They talk about Whiteside going into an NBA player. You have to credit the G League for developing his game, Brent.
Yeah, and he had a lot of stops. He played in Reno, Sioux Falls, and for RGV, and then in Iowa. And some guys just aren't ready. You got to get both in physical and in mental shape to take on the rigors of an 82-game season. And Hassan Whiteside found his way into that opportunity.
And the Bucks with some changes. Norris checked in for Middleton, and it's Allen in for Drew Holiday. Diallo's checked in for the Pistons. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, the Pistons missing.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And Allen gets it to go. And the Bucks lead by 13.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Mr. Clutch can't hit.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Hayes, the pass to Diallo. Pass to Grant. Here's Mr. Clutch. Shot to win the cold streak. A rebound by Whiteside. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Fires for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th rebound in this one. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Hayes. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And that one's good. House. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
Their frenetic defense has been impressive, putting ball handlers on the defensive and turning them over as well.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Hey, great D that time from Grant.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Diallo on the wing. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Olynyk in the post. He's against Allen. A shot by Olynyk, no good.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That proves that wrong, Diallo.
Good whistle there.
And he knocks down the first one.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And Giannis with the dunk.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Setting the floor for Detroit. We've got Sadiq Bey. Saban Lee is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the shooting guard position. For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 15 in the second. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Here's Mr. Clutch. From outside the arc. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Step back shot. Again, the Bucks. Good for 2.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Stewart, no good. The Bucks shooting 52% from the floor so far. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, he nails the corner 3. DiVincenzo's got 10 points in the game.
And the shooting numbers just keep going up and up for Dante.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. To win the run. And it's Cantor with a rebound. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Inside. And Holiday powers it home.
Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Puts up a 3. And it's Cantor with a rebound.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, BA. Chris Middleton, a multiple All-Star, yet always seems like he flies under the radar. Coach Bud said with how steady and subtle his game is, both defensively and offensively, he's a heck of a player that sometimes I think is underappreciated. But guys, I'd offer, not by his teammates.
No question, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you. Here's Mr. Clutch. DiVincenzo covering. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta. He's got 6.
It took 6 attempts, but he finally hits a shot.
Antetokounmpo outside. Second chance shot. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. The shot comes out. Milwaukee goes the other way with it. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. And the Pistons shooting a rough 25% for the field in this game. To the wing, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the first half of basketball. 5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Clutch. Offensive rebound.
Well, a missed box out, an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive.
And that stride that we see from Giannis is just so effective out there getting around defenders.
Hey, outside. Back to Lee. There's the 3. Drills it from deep.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
To the middle. Here's DiVincenzo. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Lee. He's covered by Holiday. 52 seconds left in the first half.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. may want to try a different approach moving forward.
Middleton against Stewart. Pass to DiVincenzo. That one goes in. DiVincenzo's got 7 points for the quarter.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Bay outside. There's 21 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Here's Lee. Up in time. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Milwaukee building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more even. Up for Milwaukee. Plumlee's checked in for Cantor. Nora comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's House in for DiVincenzo.
One shot.
And with the analytics movement, teams try to give objective ratings to player performance. But Brent, ranking defenders still seems imprecise.
It's tough with player tracking and some of the data out there. They're getting better and better at it, but I think we're a few years out, BA, before it is we see how it is that defensive players and player metrics can be defined to put guys into roles, into clusters, where they can start to show their defensive prowess.
We've got Drew Holiday, and they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he still heaved. Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And he makes the first. And he can't hit the second. And Brent, you played 4 years at Oregon State. The new college rules allowing players to benefit from their image and likeness. Do you think that's a positive move?
I think BA, it's going to find its footing. It's going to smooth itself out. But my biggest concern in the first couple years is that young men and young women that are athletes don't take themselves to be bigger than the game that they're playing and the opportunity that's being presented to them by the university with the scholarships that they get. It looks like he's got more feel tonight. He's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Such a big body. Plumlee does possess explosive verticality and then, of course, a power finish.
Middleton against Bay. Pass to Mr. Clutch. To halt the run. Plumlee pulls down the board.
He can't get a shot to go this quarter. Might want to get others more involved.
Here's Nora. Here's House. Another shot. Soft touch off the glass. House has got 5 points in the quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 6. from deep. That shot off the mark. Milwaukee goes the other way with it.
Cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
Man, the defender really went after him.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
They've made the long-range shot look like a layup at times in this one.
The other thing they've done is had penetrating passes inside, in the interior, plenty of points in the paint.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Middleton covering. Mr. Clutch can't hit.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
It's good on the footback.
Well, don't get surprised by that burst from Plumlee. He crashes in for the rebound, has the athleticism, and finishes with authority.
1 minute left to play in the third. Here's Mr. Clutch. A shot to stop the drought. That shot is off.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Detroit, no good that time either.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Pass to Nora. Over to the wing. Here's House. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons shooting just 26% on the third. Here's Joseph. He's checked by Plumlee. Here's Mr. Clutch. Back to Olynyk. Over Holiday. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Milwaukee making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back after this word. And now let's take a listen in on head coach Mike Budenholzer. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. They and Grant make up the forward pair. Then it's Corey Joseph, then it's Trey Lyles, and it's Mr. Clutch in a two-guard.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that.
His first personal foul. First
He's off on the first. And the Notre Dame product, Pat Connaughton. He's a great plug-and-play wing, Brent.
He comes in there, EA, and he just gives great effort. He's so good on the offensive glass and seems to be in the right spot at the right time. That's reliable stuff that the coaching staff is very happy to have.
And the Pistons shooting a very low 27% so far in this one. Pass to Bay. For three. The rebound by the Bucks. Plumlee's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Well, Brad, you won 2 championships with the Spurs. When you look at the roster now, what are you seeing?
Well, the pillars are gone from those championship seasons, but the coach and the voice remains. So that's a Spurs team that's young, has a lot of guys who need to grow, but they have the type of DNA that you're looking for, being competitive and wanting to push their limits. So in the next few years, maybe the Spurs will find a way to get deep into the playoffs and have an opportunity to compete.
Kicks it out to Middleton. Back to Connaughton. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Detroit has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Bay. Out to the right wing. The 3 is up. Mr. Clutch can't hit.
And with each miss, you can see the frustration mounting for him.
Back to Connaughton. It's Middleton on the wing. To the inside. The shot by Rubio, no good. The Pistons have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Here's Mr. Clutch. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the triple.
And you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Connaughton. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
There are only two players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Three-pointer. Mr. Clutch can't hit.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but it doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting him rip.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Jeremy Graham.
The defender tries to get all ball, but only size and strength come into play there.
With effort. So this one belongs to the Bucks, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it for this inaugural game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. So long, everybody.
But did it add to the pressure at all, knowing that you had to qualify on this game day to go for both?
It did a little bit because, I mean, you have 4 chances to qualify. So previously it was, okay, as long as I get 1 out of 4, you're fine. And then I know I didn't qualify the first time last year, so it was like, okay, it's fine. You still got 3 more opportunities. Now it's like if you don't qualify the first time, you got 3 more opportunities to qualify twice. So it's a lot more pressure if you don't qualify as far as that first game.
Are there any thoughts?
Let's meet New Detroit Pistons at court 6'8", number 4.
Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Well, now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Then it's Ingram. Then there's Devontae Green. That's Hamilton in at the 2-guard spot for the Pistons. For those... How long does it take to fully implement a new system?
Well, it typically takes a full season, and it also depends just on how complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Mr. Clutch is checked in for Cunningham. Looking to end the run. Rebounded by the Pistons.
It usually takes advantage of a D like that. It should have been a simple layup.
To the inside. Woods uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 8.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Lee against Graham. It's good.
Showing creativity and tenacity right there with the Rock.
Pistons lead by 6. Lee passes to Mr. Clutch. Back to Lee. That shot misses. Nice feed from Valanciunas. Pulls up on the elbow. And Lee pulls it down. The Pistons have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Rollins. 3-pointers off the mark. Pelicans trail by 6. Down low. And Williamson throws it down.
I mean, big finish by Zion. Expect him to spend a lot of time at the rim throughout his career. Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so Graham will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's to the hoop, and Graham throws it down hard.
puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Here's Rollins. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
To the paint, here's Hamilton. The basket is good off the assist from Graham.
Nice play. And how about the pass by Graham? He just reads defenses.
Lee kicks to Bay. Now the pass to Mr. Clutch. Stewart trying to get over. No good for Mr. Clutch.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here this summer.
The floor is probably the most dangerous, terrific speed, and change of direction in his size.
Well, a lot of teams are going smaller these days, but big man Jonas Valanciunas still earning steady minutes year after year.
Efficient scoring and a presence on the glass. He's able to punish teams inside if they want to play small ball.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Olenek is checked in for Stewart. Grant comes in for Sadiq Bey. And Hayes subbed in for Stephen Lee.
He just can't find the touch this quarter. He's got to keep grinding though and looking for the best shot possible.
Here's Hamilton, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Detroit making a switch here. Diallo is checked in, and then for New Orleans, Drummond's checked in for Williamson. Alexander Walker comes in for Brandon Ingram, and Lewis subbed in for Devontae Green. Yep, that one goes in there.
Strong finish by Olenek. I mean, he's gotten stronger. You can see that.
Pelicans trail by 4. Pass to Hamilton, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
The movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Hayes the pass to Mr. Clutch. A 3-ball. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Here's Hamilton, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Hamilton's got 7 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the basket by Olenek. And the Pistons lead by 5.
So a gifted scorer around the rim. Olenek can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
To the inside, Hamilton in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
This is it to Diallo. Here's Mr. Clutch, hoping to put that miserable performance against Milwaukee behind him tonight. To the middle. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far, both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. A lot of game left to play.
No good from Grant. And the Pelicans shooting very well. 58% the offense is falling right now early for them. Lewis misses. This is shooting very well. 58% the offense is falling right now early for them. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Diallo. Slam dunk by Diallo.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Inside. And he uses the glass on the way.
There is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable. It feels like he can score at will from there.
Diallo finds Hayes. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. Lewis gets the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
For the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. The pass to Mr. Clutch. .127 left in the first. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hayes. And again, Detroit turns it over. Jackson Hayes is checked in for Andre Drummond.
Jackson Hayes.
Here's Lewis. Here's Alexander Walker. Here's the step back. No good off the back of the rim. He's with it. There's Mr. Clutch. 6 points for him. Diallo the best, Mr. Clutch. 6 to shoot. He's looking for Diallo. Good work there as it goes.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Out left to the wing. There's the three. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
I don't know why they're giving him that shot. I mean, he can get it going from three-point range if you don't be careful.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Grant. Hayes the pass to Hamilton. Back to Hayes. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
And here is Olynyk. Diallo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, he'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
High scoring first quarter. Both teams really. Some good action already in this one, but a
Checking in for the
entirely new group now out there. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Drummond's checked in for Wendell Carter. Williamson comes in for Jackson Hayes. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Hamilton. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Lewis. We've got Mr. Clutch. Sadiq Bey is out there with Lee. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Woods in at the power forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. No good for Mr. Clutch.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
At the top of the key, Green hits the jumper in space. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for New Orleans.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Back the lead. Cuts off the pass. Here's Alexander Walker. Last time out he had 13 points. That one drops for him. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New Orleans.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the City Office.
Thanks, John. Houston Clutch in their last game against the Bucks really had to be something. He had 9 points and made an impact from outside the arc, getting a good number of 3-pointers. And his contributions off the bench were huge. He was a real spark plug. Kevin, let's see if he can do it again.
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
Yeah, well, he made it look easy last time. I mean, he's at 6 from the get-go. We'll see, though, if he can replicate that rhythm tonight.
Hayes is checked in for Detroit.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Pelicans.
To the inside, Alexander Walker. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Alexander Walker's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Pelicans. Now Hayes passes it to Mr. Clutch. That's the three fly. Missed that one. Still looking for a shot. Just 2 for 9.
He had 2 3-pointers in the opening quarter. He hasn't been able to connect yet here in the second.
The Pistons shooting 47% in the second quarter. Down low and stolen by Williamson. To the paint. Here's Drummond. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss, but we'll see how long they can make these last.
Pass to Bay. Woods covered by Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And Drummond, a fearsome defensive presence. I mean, he can put you on your heels.
Pistons trail by 11. When you look at Zion Williamson's impressive scoring output, what also strikes you, Greg, is his field goal percentage.
Yeah, I mean, this guy hits at just around 60%. Safe to say Zion isn't wasting many looks. He just attacks inside where few men can slow him down.
And the layup's good off the glass. Drummond's got 4 points now in the quarter.
If I had to pick one man in today's NBA to control the offensive glass for me, Drummond might be the guy.
Mr. Clutch, the best of Stu. And stolen by Drummond. Here's Ingram. The basket is good off the assist.